Dear students, welcome to another video tutorial on data housing and data mining. Okay, so my name is Niladri Shekhar Pal and today's topic is overview of data warehousing. Okay, so this chapter is basically included in your 7th semester CSE department. This is an optional paper. These are very important. So before starting, I want to introduce myself. My name is Niladri Shekhar Pal. I am working as an assistant professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. The college is situated at Baruipur and the college is under GIS Group Educational Initiative. Now, what is basically data warehouse? Data warehouse basically refers to the process of compiling and organizing data into one common database. Okay, a data warehouse is a relational database that is designed for query and analysis rather than transaction processing. A data warehouse basically refers to a place where data can be stored for usual mining. It is like a quick computer system with exceptionally huge data storage capacity. Data from the various organizations systems are copied to the warehouse, where it can be fetched and confirmed to delete errors. It includes historical data derived from transaction data from single and multiple sources. A data warehouse basically provides integrated enterprise-wide historical data and focuses on providing support for decision makers for data modeling and analysis. It is not used for daily operations and transaction processing but used for making decisions. Data warehouse combines data from numerous sources which ensures the data quality, accuracy and consistency. Data warehouse boosts system execution by separating analytics processing from transactional databases. Data flows into a data warehouse from different databases. A data warehouse works by sorting out data into a pattern that depicts the format and types of data. Query tools examines the data tables using patterns. Okay. Now, what is data warehouse? A data warehouse can be viewed as a data system with the following attributes. Number one, it is a database designed for investigate tasks using data from various applications. It supports a relatively small number of clients with relatively long interactions. It includes current historical data to provide a historical perspective of information. Its usage is read intensive. Okay, it contains a few large tables. Now, what are the characteristics of data warehouse? Number one, it is subject oriented. Number two, it is time variant. Number three, it is integrated. And number four, it is non-volatile. Okay, so there are four features. So there are four key features of data warehouse. Number one is subject oriented. The second one is integrated. The third one is time variant, and the fourth one is non-volatile. Okay. So let's discuss each of them. Okay. So first come the subject oriented. Basically, a data warehouse is subject oriented. Okay, a data warehouse targets on the modeling and analysis of data for decision makers. A data warehouse typically provides a concise and straightforward view around a particular subject, such as customer, product, or sales, instead of the global organization's ongoing operations. Okay. It provides useful data about a subject instead of the company's ongoing operations. And these subjects can be customers, suppliers, marketing, product, promotions, etc. A data warehouse usually focuses on modeling and analysis of data that helps the business organization to make data driven decisions. Okay, this is done by excluding data that are not useful concerning the subject and including all data needed by users to understand the subject. Okay, so now this is the example of data warehouse. Okay, so operational applications like order processing, consumer loans, consumer billing, account receivable, okay, claim processing, savings account, these are the operational applications, and the subjects are like sales, product, customer, account, paying, policy, etc. Okay, so next come the integrated. A data warehouse integrates various heterogeneous data sources like RDBMS, flat files, and online transaction records. A data warehouse is built by joining data from heterogeneous sources such as social databases, label documents, etc. It requires performing data cleaning and integration during data warehousing to ensure consistency in naming conventions, attributes types, etc. among different data sources. So this is the pictorial representation of data house, how it is integrated. Okay, as you can see that savings account, checking accounts and loan accounts all are integrated in a single one. Okay, that is all are integrated within the data house subjects. Okay, so what is integrated? A data warehouse integrates various heterogeneous data sources like RDBMS, flat files and online transaction records. It basically requires performing data cleaning and integration during data warehousing to ensure consistency in naming conventions, attributes types, etc. among different data sources. Okay. A data warehouse is built by joining data from heterogeneous sources such as social databases, label documents, etc. Now next come to the time variant. The different data present in the data warehouse provides information for a specific period. Historical information is kept in a data warehouse. For example, one can retrieve files from 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or even previous data from a data warehouse. Okay, so old data can be easily found, okay, from the data warehouse. These variations with a transaction system where often only the most current file is kept. Okay, so from now to the old one, okay, every file you will get in the data warehouse. Okay, so it is time variant. Okay, you can get all the data of all the time here in the data warehouse. The last point is non-volatile. The data warehouse is a physically separate data storage which is transformed from the source operational RDBMS. Okay. The operational updates of data do not occur in the data warehouse. That is, update, insert, and delete operations are not performed. Okay. It usually requires only two procedures in data accessing: initial loading of data and access to the data. Therefore, the data warehouse does not require transaction processing, recovery, and concurrency capabilities, which allows for substantial speedup of data retrieval. It means once data entered into the warehouse cannot be changed. Okay. So non-volatile basically defines that once entered into the warehouse, the data cannot be changed. So as you can see, this is the pictorial representation of non-volatile. Okay, so the data bases are loaded into the data warehouse. Okay, so you can read, okay, from here. Okay, and you can also read from here. Okay, so once it loads, databases loads into the data warehouse. Okay, so it can be easily read from there. Okay, now come to the what are the histories of data warehouse. Okay, so the idea of basic data warehousing came to the late 1980s, okay, when IBM researchers Barry DeVine and Paul Murphy established the business data warehouse. Okay, so it has been introduced in the late 1980s. Okay, in essence, the data warehouse idea was planned to support an architectural model for the flow of information from the operational system to decision support environment. Okay. So, in essence, the data warehousing idea was planned to support an architectural model for the flow of information from the operational system to decisional support environment. Okay. The concept attempts to address the various problems associated with the flow, mainly the high costs associated with it. In the absence of data warehousing architecture, a vast amount of space was required. Okay, to support multiple decision support environments. In large corporations, it was ordinary for various decision support environments to operate repeatedly, okay, or independently. Okay, so we can say that the idea of data warehousing came to the late 1980s when IBM researchers Barry Devlin and Paul Murphy established the business data warehouse. Okay, in essence, the data warehousing idea was planned to support an architectural model for the flow of information from the operational system to decisional support environments. The concept attempts to address the various problems which are associated with the flow, mainly the high cost associated with it. In the absence of data warehousing architecture, a vast amount of space was required to support multiple decision support environments. In large corporations, it was ordinary for various decision support. Okay, environments to the operate independently. So from here we can find out what are the goals of data warehousing. So the goals of data warehousing is number one, to help reporting as well as analysis. Okay, so the number one is to help reporting as well as analysis. Okay, the next one is maintain the organizational historical information. Okay, so the next one is to maintain the organizational historical information. Okay, that means all the information from the beginning of the organizations all are kept, be the foundation for decision making. Okay, so from this from the data, okay, that is stored in the data warehouse about our organization, we can take decisions. Okay, or we can get a good statistics of company. Okay, from there. Okay, and we can take some decisions from there. Now come, what are the need for data warehouse? Okay, so the data warehouse basically needed for the following these reasons. Number one is business user. Number two is historical data. Number 3 is strategic decision. Number 4 data consistency, and number 5 is response time. Okay, so let's discuss all these things one by one. Okay, so the number 1 is business user, storage historical data, and the third one is make strategic decision. So what is basically business user? The business users require a data warehouse to view summarized data from the past. Since these peoples are not technical, the data may be presented to them in an elementary form. Okay, so business users require a data warehouse to view summarized data from the past. Since these people are not technical, the data may be presented to them in an elementary form. Okay. The next one is store historical data. Data warehouse is basically required to store the time variable data from the past. This input is made to be used for various purposes. So in case of stored historical data, data warehouse is required to store the time variable data from the past. This input is made to be used for various purposes. Number 3 is make strategic decisions. Some strategies may be depending upon the data in the data warehouse. Okay, so the data warehouse contributes to making strategic decisions. Okay, so in case of make strategic decisions, some strategies may be depending upon the data in the data warehouse. So data warehouse contributes to making strategic decisions. The number 4 is data consistency and quality. Okay, so bringing the data from different sources at a common place, the user can effectively undertake to bring the uniformity and consistency in data. The next one is high response time. So the data warehouse has to be ready for somewhat unexpected loads and types of queries which demands a significant degree of flexibility and quick response time. Okay. So in case of for data consistency and quality, bringing the data from the different sources at a common place. Okay. The user can effectively undertake to bring the uniformity and consistency in data. Okay, the last one is high response time. So the data warehouse has to be ready for somewhat unexpected loads and types of queries which demand a significant degree of flexibility and quick response time. Okay. Next come what are the benefits of data warehouse. The number 1 is understand business trends and make better forecasting decisions. Okay. So number 2 is data warehouses are designed to perform well enormous amounts of data. The number 3 is the structure of data warehouse is more accessible for end users to navigate, understand and query. The fourth one is queries that would be complex in many normalized databases could be easier to build and maintain in data warehouse. Number 5 one is data warehousing is an efficient method to manage demand for lots of information from lots of users. And next point is data warehousing provide the capabilities to analyze a large amount of historical data. Okay. So these are the benefits of data warehousing. Okay. So if we want to recapitulate, okay, or why we use, okay, why if someone asked us that why a data warehouse is separated from the operational databases, okay, so then we can say that a data warehouse is basically kept separate from the operational databases due to because number 1 an operational database is constructed for well-known tasks and workloads such as searching particular records, okay, indexing, etc. In contrast, data warehouse requests are often complex and they present a general form of data. Okay. Secondly, operational databases basically support concurrent processing of multiple transactions. Okay. And these concurrency controls and recovery mechanisms are required for operational databases to ensure robustness and consistency of the database. Okay. The third one is an operational database query allows to read and modify operations, while an OLAP query needs only ready read only access to store the data. Okay. And the next one is an operational database maintains current data. Okay. On the other hand, a data warehouse basically maintains historical data. Okay. So the data warehouses provided us generalized and consolidated data in a multi-dimensional view. Okay. Along with generalized and consolidated view of data, a data warehouse also provides us online. Okay. So analytical processing, that is OLAP tools. Okay. These tools basically helps us to in interactive and therefore analysis of data in a multidimensional space. This analysis results in data generalizations and data mining. Okay. So a data warehouse, what is data warehouse? Basically a data warehouse, if we gist it, a data warehouse basically a database which is kept separate from the organizational's operational databases. Okay. There is no frequent updating done in a data warehouse. It possesses consolidated historical data which helps the organization to analyze its business. A data warehouse basically helps executives to organize, understand, and use their data to take strategic decisions. Data warehouse systems helps in the integration of diversity of application systems. A data warehouse system helps in consolidated historical data analysis. Okay, so this is all about the data warehousing. So hope you have understood it. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write on the comment section. If you have liked my videos, you can subscribe to my channel or you can visit www.facebook.com/digitalclassroom to like my Facebook page. Okay. So students, hope I am able to give you a brief idea of data warehousing. Okay. So in our next tutorial, we will read other topics on data warehousing. Okay. So students, thank you for now. See you in the next tutorial. So students, in this tutorial, we have learned infix to postfix conversion. This is very much important. Okay, you will definitely get a single problem from this one. Okay, and you will be get different questions from this portion in your interview. Okay, if you have liked my channel, I am requesting you to subscribe my channel by clicking the bell icon. Okay, or you can visit www.facebook.com/digitalclassroom. Okay, to get all the tutorials, okay, all the notifications, and you are requested to like my page. If you have any query, any problem, you can mail me at niladjipl86@gmail.com. So student, thank you. See you in the next video.